Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Nancy and I'm so excited that you're here. I make new videos every single week on my channel covering different topics from fashion and beauty to travel and Disney. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to embrace change. And hopefully you guys will find this video helpful and inspirational if you guys are going through changes as well. And hopefully you could just find that you can have a friend in me to confide in to support you guys. So that is why we are here today, just talking. So I wanted this to be more of a very casual chit-chatty style video, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will put in the description a breakdown of everything that we talked about too. So I'm so happy that you're here. Grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink and let's chat. So if you are new to my channel or to me on social media and all the things, I just wanted to give you guys some background. A recent big change that I made in my life is that I quit my 9-to-5 corporate job as a social media strategist last month. So now we're nearing towards the end of the month and I have been adjusting to this new life as a freelancer for the last month, and a lot of realizations have happened. Guys, it's crazy. Like, I still can't believe this is happening and that this is a change that I took to make in my life. It's totally stepping outside of my comfort zone, but I have been enjoying every minute of it so far. I can go more in depth into that topic if you guys want me to. Leave it in the comments if you're interested in hearing about my journey there and how I got to that point in my life. But for this video, I want to talk about how to embrace change. And these are 5 things I've realized since going through the motions and living through the last month of trying to figure out my own schedule and just things that pop into your mind and just how to navigate all those things. So the first thing I've realized since making this change is that it's so important to set realistic expectations and goals for yourself. For me, I left my job so I can go and pursue freelancing social media services and also to pursue this YouTube channel and my blog. So being a content creator on my own terms. And so I had to really figure out my correct mindset going into this, realistic expectations, because I know how easy it is to want everything right away and to want everything to take off, and it totally doesn't work out like that. And I had that from the get-go, knowing that YouTube is marathon, not a sprint, from all the inspirational things I've watched on YouTube and trainings, that I'm like, okay, this is the right mindset I should have. Even though it's really hard to keep that in mind the whole entire time while you're like working away trying to pursue your goals, but it is so important to have realistic expectations. Otherwise you're setting yourself up for failure when you should really be setting yourself up for success, because our minds can be a tricky thing and you can totally psych yourself out. So definitely, whatever change you're making, have the right expectations in whatever thing you're going into. So that way you won't feel too overwhelmed, because it's not going to be smooth sailing from here, trust me, but at least it will help a lot. The second thing I learned is to trust your intuition, because I have so much self-doubt that has crept in. Even before I made this change, I think self-doubt is inevitable. Wow, I can't really pronounce this word right now. But I think it's so important to trust your gut and that you made the decision for a reason and stand by it because it feels right, even though it's scary as hell to be making this new change. And that's something I think is very important to acknowledge, of trusting yourself and believing in yourself, even though you don't have all the answers and the unknown is scary. But if you trust yourself, that's one thing you can really rely on, and of course be adaptable to these changes, because when you trust your gut, you know that feeling. I know you've had that feeling. If not, we can talk about this topic too, but just trusting your gut is so important and we shouldn't neglect it whatsoever. And it's so hard in this space to trust your intuition sometimes because we're constantly seeking outside validation from people. I know I've done this too, where I'm asking my husband, like, was this a good idea? Am I doing things correctly? But really, like, he's supporting me, which I'm so grateful for, and what I'm pursuing. But it really comes down to yourself, and that, hey, I know that I'm doing a good job, I believe in what I'm doing, and just sticking by that. Because if I'm constantly searching for things outside of me and then I end up disappointed because people aren't giving me the validation that I am seeking, or I'm just repeating a cycle of bad negative thoughts. So that was a little bit longer than I expected to say, but it is so true, because that is a constant battle for me in terms of self-doubt. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Leave a comment below if you struggle with self-doubt too, and what ways you have battled that, because self-doubt's no fun. It's just, you don't want to be holding yourself back. So the third thing I learned about change during this process is to give yourself time to breathe, mentally and physically because you're making this huge change in your life, and you can't, again, expect everything to happen right away. You want to be able to just ease into things depending how you work. But yeah, it's so important to give yourself some grace periods just to adjust, because it's a huge thing that you're doing. So that's what I've come to realize, because I know I felt like, oh my gosh, I need to do things right away and all this stuff needs to happen, but it's totally not the case. We need to give ourselves some breathing room, and we have more time than we think we do most of the time. I don't know why we feel so rushed. I think it's just built into us, like, you know, not naturally, but just from society or whatever. But we just need to like step back and breathe. And one way that helped me with my anxiety when I have to deal with this is I've been going to yoga with my friend. I never appreciated yoga before and being still, but now I really like it. It's like spa day for your mind and your body. And then just getting outside the house and just like cleaning up, decluttering, just doing things to just kind of set the mood. But yeah, giving yourself time to breathe mentally and physically is just so important, because it could get so overwhelming in here, and then it just causes things outside to be all chaotic, like laundry or just things in general. So the fourth thing I've realized in this journey so far is that I need to actually do the thing I've set out to do. And for my case, it's content creation, filming YouTube videos, and blogging. And I actually need to go and make a video, hence why I'm making this video right now. But I think now that you've taken this leap, now that I've taken this leap, that I get in the shock that I'm like, is this even real life? Like, it's a thought that I've had for so long to go on my own to do this, that now that's finally here, I'm like semi in shock. The fact that I'm like, is this even real? And so I have to remind myself that like, hey, I'm living in this moment right now. I am doing the work of what I've always wanted to do. So I actually need to go and do it. I know I get caught up in just watching YouTube videos, reading books, which are all good things, and just for inspiration and things like that, but then somehow I get sucked into just consuming content versus creating content. And so hopefully that could be applied to whatever you guys are going through too, and whatever changes. You might not be pursuing YouTube, but you could be doing something else, and whatever that is, make sure to do it, or do something that is related to it, no matter how big or small, to make progress in it. Because I feel like I started to get a little scared of what I am doing and questioning my abilities, and is this the right path, and all those things. But I have to remember to just do something that is related to what I want to do, and just take action. And that was actually funny. It was one of my words that I used for like my New Year's resolutions, and that was just to take action and do something, versus having, like Marie Forleo says, like perfection paralysis, or just overly consuming content and you're not doing anything of your own. So that is just a reminder. So if you find yourself doing that too, don't feel guilty. I think we all go down that rabbit hole, and we feel scared that we're not quite ready yet, so we keep reading more books, reading more things until we are. But it's okay, we don't have to be perfect to put stuff out there. So hopefully this makes you feel more comforted that you're not the only one. I feel you, I'm here for you. We just gotta do it, just gotta do it. And the last thing I've come to realize is that we need to get excited. We need to get so excited. We need to love ourselves. We need to just be proud of ourselves that we are making this change. We're taking action. We're doing whatever we want to do and taking that leap. Sometimes I think we take ourselves for granted, and I know we become such good cheerleaders for other people and seeing them do their thing, that we forget about ourselves, that we forget to give self-love, and that, hey, we have made a lot of progress doing this, and it takes guts. And I know that I totally did not give myself any props, and it's not to be like a narcissistic thing that like, ooh, I'm just gonna love me all the time, and that's totally not it. But we definitely need to like give ourselves a lot of love and a lot of credit too, because we should be proud of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that, and that is a huge thing I've come to realize going through this journey, that from realizing that I shouldn't expect outside validation. I need to be there for me. I need to like believe in myself, because if I don't believe in my own self, like how is anyone else gonna believe in me? And at the end of the day, it really comes down to you and how you feel about yourself. And those are things I've come to learn on my own. And if you watch my day in the life vlog, like a lot of the times now I'm just by myself working. I'm not in like a normal office environment anymore, and so you really have to be your own cheerleader. You have to keep yourself motivated, and it's just a lot to take on, being there emotionally and physically for yourself. So, but nonetheless, we have to be excited because this is just awesome. You're taking that leap, you're going for it, and it's a huge thing to be proud of. So that is definitely one thing I've come to realize. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you like this style of video. It's more like relax and chill, chattier type of video, or if you like things like this more structured. I'm open to hearing feedback from you guys. I love creating videos for YouTube, for this channel, for you guys. So yeah, I just had so much fun with this. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weekly videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Have an awesome day. Bye guys.